Welcome to my pastel goth glam music video, movie. I like saying movie because you know what a movie is. And once you press the record button and it beeps red back, it's a movie. But that being said, let's tap into some pastel colors. Let's do this color with this color with this color. Okay, I don't know what colors I just mixed, but we're just gonna go with it. Because when you're goth, you're supposed to be a reflection to perfect and pretty. Is that what goth is and was? It's a reaction to the mainstream prettiness. Maybe that's why it's always been so popular and why I gravitate towards it too. And you notice that you want to talk about pop culture, you notice that some people implement the styles and the philosophy of goth into their image that they sell out. Like Avril Lavigne, the like no foundation face or just light foundation face with the black grungy eye. I want to talk about vampires, it's super goth related. For all like the 2 people that have watched that movie that I made of, what did I name it? Makeup Advice from a Vampire. I don't know, I thought that it was super cool. I was looking for something vampire-y because I think that that's the next trend. What do you think the next trend is? Like, let me know energetically and not in the comment section. But if I could make you think about something that's like a bigger concept than it's just you and your family and you and your school, that can help me think more broadly too. So what do you think the next trend will be? I think the next trend to come around in a cycle again is going to be vampire. How much you want to bet that there's gonna be, actually I already seen a trailer for like a Netflix movie that has vampire related to it with Megan Fox. I think that is an indicator that that's the next trend. Watch that be the next trend, or maybe it has been the trend on TikTok. Okay, I'm just like grabbing greens and a whole bunch of colors, but I told you, goth is more of a reflection and a feeling more than actual realness. With that being said, you can't do goth without some red eyeshadow under the eye. This is my Team Edward look. If I look like this, I think Edward would dump Bella for me, right? Okay. I like what that red did. So I'm gonna put some pink in it and do this. Okay, have you watched the Cruella movie? I watched the Cruella movie because I think that, oh my god, that's like super goth and super vampire, right? But I watched it and I got super inspired from the makeup, and that's why you got the makeup tips advice from a vampire video, which is cool to share. But I was interested in the movie, so I looked up the makeup artist and blog post about the makeup and the reasons why they chose to go with the style and everything. And she was talking about cut creases and eyeshadows, and she said with Cruella and Emma Stone, she instead of like, you know, when you blend your eyeshadow, it's like circular. When you want to do dramatic or cut crease, you just go horizontal because it like picks up the eye up here. Like, do you see? Okay, I don't know what color this is. I just like put it in. Now it looked like what's her name? Suicide Squad, Margot Robbie, Australian, Joker. Oh, the name is not coming to me. Oh my god, I'm gonna feel so dumb if I like. I'm gonna put the insert in like a GIF that covers the whole screen right here, right now. Back in the editing room. But what's her name? With the black blonde to the root with red and blue hair. Well, let me just talk about her and maybe her name will pop up. But her and Kryolan are like super goth and vampire related, super charactery. I think that's why things get so famous, right? If you can like build a character, an image that can be replicated. Okay, I don't know. I just put two words together and I came up with that word. Replicated. That's when you hit the jackpot. Like the Joker, if you can take the image apart and do it yourself or see what the parts are, I think that's what sells. Like the Joker, it's the shaved face, white face, clown makeup. You can do that yourself so you understand it. You could do that with Kryolan too. Put a white foundation on, black smoky eye, and you could feel like Kryolan.
Heading for disaster. Am I forgetting what I know? Or am I afraid instead of letting go?
Okay, so I'm listening to Sour by Olivia. Do you have a favorite song? My favorite Olivia Rodrigo song is Happier, followed by One Step Forward, Two Steps Back, followed by Good For You. Oh my god, if you want to work out or if you want to go for a run, but if you don't want to go on a run because you like don't want to go on a run, just put Good For You on your earphones and you'll end up running because that song is so freaking cool. Like you're gonna feel all the angst that you have inside that you kind of forgot about or you're ignoring, and you could channel it all while listening to that song. I think that's why that song got so famous. Is it bigger than Driver's License? I wonder. Because I think that it should be or it will be. Like when you look up a Wikipedia page, Olivia Rodrigo, obviously Driver's License is going to be like her #1 breakout song. It's like Lady Gaga's Just Dance. Like it's going to be known forever. But I think Good For You might be that for her. Because she referenced, maybe without even knowing it, but maybe knowing it, she referenced 2000s, 2005, pop rock, punk rock, garage band, post-grunge, all with one song. Like if you can do that and that's what the world is calling for at the moment, then you made it, you've done it. Like I'm just thinking about Paramore, which she gave credits to Haley for some of the lyrical, she just gave credits to her because it was that like influence from her. I think that artist right now, that's gonna be their #1 influence. And you can see it, a lot of girls, a lot of young teenage girls, they're very Paramore. And if you can say that's very Paramore, then Paramore did something right? Could you tell that if I were to do something, or that I am doing something like through a different medium like YouTube? I wonder if you can tell what my influences are. Like, you know when you listen to a Taylor Swift song and you know what her influences are or what she's doing? Like you can hear that she's doing pop or that she's doing storytelling or that she's doing folk. I wonder if you can tell what I'm doing. Like, what do you think I'm doing? You think I'm just crazy? Well, if you think that, then you're right. I need some pastel blush. I still can't think of that freaking name. The Margot Robbie character. Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn. Yes. I feel like this is my Harley Quinn look. Because that character was pulling from goth, grunge. I think goth and grunge is just the opposite of pop and beautiful. And pop and beautiful is the opposite of grunge. So if you put Ashley Simpson next to Jessica Simpson, you understand that they're opposites to each other. And maybe you don't understand them until you see them next to each other. Like 1989 next to or Lover next to Reputation. Like you don't understand either of them by themselves maybe, but once you put them next to each other, you're like, oh, I get it now. Okay, so I made myself look a little bit uglier, but this is my pastel goth glam. So I hope I made you think, because I made myself think today more about than just myself and the environment around me. And if I got to do that with myself and capture it, maybe I can hold that and share that with you so you can do the same thing. You already know the reference of black stripes on a face. It's football, it's army. I would like to have like an album cover or a single cover, or just at the moment my medium is photo editing and video of this, because it just says black eyeshadow on the face means that I'm ruining the beautifulness of natural makeup. The shadow is like so soft. Okay, peace out from your pastel glam goth girl.